All right, hi everybody. Hopefully you can hear us. If you're there, please let us know that you're there and that you can hear us. We have a new microphone system, so hopefully it's working. Um, we're going to blah, blah, blah a little bit. We have a cool sign. Thank you to Kay and Dee Dee at Picking Daisies. They let us have their sign because they also were a quilt sampler top shop last year in the fall and winter issue. So we're absconding with their sign to promote ourselves. Let everybody know that we're a top shop and quilt sampler. So we are in the process of planning the release party, actually. That's what we were just discussing before coming on. You know, the magazine comes out at the end of August, 1 month from today, August 28th.
There's no comments yet.
All right. So hopefully, since there's no comments, the sound is good. Are there people?
Yes, there are people.
Okay, good.
Does this thing mean anything?
No.
Okay.
It means flash.
Oh, all right.
All right. Okay, if you're on, say hi. Tell us how the volume is. We're curious. We did a test earlier, but, you know, we don't know. So if you're there, say hello. Say volume is good. Say something. Let us know you're there.
Melissa says sound is great.
Okay, perfect. Good. All right, then. All right, so again, release party is going to be Friday, August 28th. That's when the magazine comes out. We're going to do some sort of outdoor event, non-event. I don't know. We don't want a whole bunch of people because that's not good right now. So we'll see. Keep posted. We'll let you know.
We've got people saying volume is good.
Okay, perfect. All right, and do we have enough people we can start?
No, we got 10.
Okay, good. We're going to start. All right, new fabric this week. So we have Autumn Air by Clothworks. This is a panel. It's a placemat panel. So you can make 4 placemats out of that. You really just need backing and batting, and that's kind of all you need. It's pretty cool. But we do have 2 coordinating fabrics to go with it. So we have this pretty one, which looks a lot like the placemats.
Would be great as backing.
It would be great as backing. Yep, and then there's your binding. So once again, that's called Autumn Air by Clothworks. And these can be found in all the new stuff. The panel is in panels, and the others are in fall, holiday, fall. I think the panel actually is in holiday as well. I think I stuck it in there. So that's that, and I'll probably have a couple placemats made up maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, another panel. This one is called Summer Sampler, also by Clothworks. And by the way, both of these are 2/3 yards panels, but you're going to cut them up, so it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so this one is kind of like 2 panels in one. You've got the 2 sides, you've got the flower pot, and then you have the flower with the birds. And by the way, this is the panel from the little teaser from yesterday. It's really just a cute panel. It's got the colors are kind of like leading from summer into falls. You've got some brights and you've got some little deeper tones, that wine color in there, burgundy. And what's really fun is this actually comes with a free pattern. So if you'd like, we can give you the free pattern. So it uses one of the parts of the panel on one side, and then you just stick some borders around it. And then for the other half of the panel, you can make a pillow. So it's a free, or it could just be a wall hanging if you wanted to. Stick a couple of borders around it, make it small. So again, that's just a free pattern that we can, if you get the panel and you want the free pattern, just let us know and we'll get that to you. But we do have some coordinates to go with it. We didn't get the entire collection. We're not doing entire collections anymore. Hopefully we've learned our lesson on that one. But you've got these really cute little birds. And we like the fact that these are tossed and they're not directional, so they can go any which way. And then you've got the pretty dragonflies. They're on kind of a dark aqua color. And then you've got the butterflies. So you've got the aqua and the burgundy on white. And then this guy, which would make great binding, it's actually little flowers on stems. That one is directional, but it'd still be cool binding, sashing. I'm seeing a 3-yard quilt here, 5-yard quilt. You just throw in another color on that one. So that's a lot of fun. So that one again is called Summer Sampler by Clothworks. And these can be found in all the new stuff, novelty, animals. Just type Summer Sampler, it'll come up. Okay, so that is actually it for actual fabric. We'll move over to Christmas, and then we'll get to the Christmas quilt behind us. Because Lord knows, we've had Christmas June, July, we'll have it in August. So we received these jelly rolls. This collection is called Chill. So it's got dark blue, and then a lighter, almost kind of periwinkle blue, a cream, gray cream, and then the beige. So these are really cool colors. So actually what this is, I think they used Chill in Megastar. So the cover of the Megastar pattern, you probably have glare on there. Yeah. Well, you can show them that. So that was actually done. The cover of it was actually done in the Chill. So if you wanted to do what's on the cover, we do have that, the jelly roll, and then the background is spotted, which we actually used in the other one as well. And we do have yardage coming for this, but it's not going to be here until next week, Tuesday. And the yardage is what makes this pattern, Winter Star. Both of these patterns are available online on the website under patterns. So you've got Megastar 2 and Winter Star. And so again, we have all the fabrics coming to make this pattern, and I think we discussed this again, it is not paper pieced. I don't believe there's a template. I don't quite remember. Oh, there are templates. But it's not paper pieced, because, we just wouldn't do that. But if you want something that's wintry, that will take you into January at least, these are some pretty good options. So again, jelly roll, 2.5-inch strips. There's 40 strips in each jelly roll, the equivalent of, I think it's like 2.5, 2 1/3, or 2 3/4 yards, something like that. So that's Chill. The other jelly rolls that we received are Homegrown Holidays, and you may recognize some of these fabrics. We got the bolts last week, so we had the black background with the red cardinals, and we got the buffalo check and the red texture, and one other bolt, green maybe, I don't remember, or trucks. So we've got the jelly roll for that, and if you need a pattern to do another jelly roll in, if you don't like Megastar, then this one, Ribbon Weave, is a good option. It takes jelly roll plus background, so that's a good one to use. So again, this is Homegrown Holidays, and Ribbon Weave is the pattern for that. Put those together. Right there. Okay, Homegrown Holidays. So it's your kind of more traditional, the red trucks. You've got some black thrown in there. So, okay, now the quilt. I'm gonna switcheroo with you. The quilt on the wall is actually a kit. So that's the Homegrown Holidays line that's used around it, and it's a panel that's being used for the 4 corners and then the center. That comes out of a panel, and then everything else is pieced. Even the truck is pieced. The panel, we did not get the panel by itself, but the only way to get this is to actually purchase the kit. So we do have the kit. It's $69.99. It includes everything to make the top, including the panel. So it's the panel and the fabrics for the top and the binding, plus the pattern. So everything that you need to make that. Plus, bonus, cute little pad here to write notes. So in case you need to keep track of anything, a little thank you card. And there's the pattern, your traditional pattern. And then all of your fabrics, which are all nicely put together in here. So you can see there's that panel and then the fabrics required and the buffalo check or plaid, whatever you want to call it. So that is the kit, and again, that's everything to make the top, including the binding. And then if you want it to look as good as this one, you can get it quilted. Brandy Craig did this one. Beautiful job, of course. Make it Christmassy. All right, so that is Homegrown Holidays. So this can be found in all the new stuff, and it should also be in kits. It may even be in holiday, but I'm not sure. But I know it's in kits and all the new stuff. All right, so that is pretty much everything new. We're going to kind of revisit one thing. So you might remember a couple weeks ago we showed you the Essex yarn dye. And so this was made out of the Essex yarn dye. This is the Elizabeth Hartman Koala. So this is one koala out of her pattern here. And it's made with the Essex yarn dye, as well as one of her cottons in there. And that might be a Kona for the nose. It's just a solid.
It was an Andover.
Oh, an Andover.
Well, I don't remember.
Anyway, solids for the nose and the little white parts.
And the tree trunk.
And the tree trunk, yes. Yeah. So, and if you're wondering, the Essex yarn dyes are very easy to work with.
Yes, I have to apologize to the rep because I never bought them, and I finally did, and they are really easy to work with.
All right, so that's the koala, and this is the pattern. So again, you know, a lot of these patterns, you don't have to make the whole thing. You could just make one or two or three, you know, have a cute wall hanging or a pillow or something like that. Small baby quilt, you know, throw a few borders around this and make it a little crib quilt, something to play with on the floor. So, you know, you have to kind of look at the patterns a little differently. And this one actually does have pillow cover, small quilt, large quilt, different sizes on it. So that's a fun one. So that's just a quick revisit. This just came to us today. Alrighty. And then a reminder that tomorrow, but really Friday, is the absolute drop dead date to sign up for Nebula. If you want the kit, you have to sign up with us tomorrow, Friday, at the absolute latest. Otherwise, you'll just be able to get the pattern in January. So if you want the kit, which includes the Tula Pink True Colors, that's what this is made out of.
There are some others.
I think there's a few others, but mostly it's the Tula Pink True Colors. And again, this was designed by Jaybird Quilts, and it uses two of her rulers, the Super Sidekick and the Hex and More rulers. And if you buy into the program, then we'll give you 25% off the purchase of those rulers. Okay, so in September she's doing, so Tula actually announced it on her Instagram yesterday, and Jaybird is going to be announcing it on her Instagram, I think, next week, that she is kind of doing like a free get to know you ruler tutorial. So if you've never used the Super Sidekick or the Hex and More, then she's going to kind of walk you through how to use those rulers specifically for this pattern, as well as just in in everyday quilting. There's way more things that you can use the rulers for than just her patterns, which is nice. It's, you know, difficult to buy a ruler. You spend $25, $30 on a ruler and you use it one time for one quilt, and that's kind of frustrating. So definitely that's not the case with these rulers. You can do lots of things. And she does have a lot of patterns that use her rulers. So, okay, so again, tomorrow, Friday, at the absolute latest is the drop dead date. After that, we cannot get the kits. Like, that's it. As Tula explained in her video, it takes a lot for the manufacturers to get these kits together. And so in order for them to have time, we have to order them ahead of time. So it doesn't mean that you can't do the program. You can still do it. You just won't have the kit to do it. You'll have to come up with your own fabric so you can get the pattern. Yes, with your own 78 fat 8s or however many it is, and all the outer fabrics. So if you're kind of on the fence on it, now's the time to hop off or not. Okay? All right. Contact us at oldtownquiltshop@gmail.com or call us 805-938-5870 if you want on there. And again, it is $30 a month for about 10 months. So it's a total of $300, but it makes a queen size quilt. So it really is, a good deal. Plus we'll have the classes every month for making the blocks. And even if you don't get the kit, if you just get the pattern, you can still take our classes. Just because you don't have the kit doesn't mean that you can't take the classes with us. And we'll offer those, every single month, and we'll go through the blocks and show you how to make them. And you'll literally have them done in like 2 hours. They're so easy. Jaybird's quilts are extremely well written and easy to understand, and you won't have any problem with them. So you'll definitely have your top done by the time that 10th month comes around. So, because you'll have your blocks done in class. So anyway, all right. So that's drop dead date. Okay. News. I've told like 2 of you all this already because I just decided we're just doing it. So I'm going to guinea pig you guys. Someone kind of gave me the idea. I was up at another shop over the weekend, and so I was up at Picking Daisies, and the owners, Kay and Dee Dee, and I are doing the same little monthly, actually it's a weekly block. It's a block of the week program called the Summer Sampler. And she was having a little trouble putting hers together, and so I was trying to show her how to do it. Not that I am like expert on any of this. However, I have learned through the classes that I've taken here and seen from you guys how to do some of these things. So I just want to kind of pass along some of these tips and tricks. I know we have a lot of new quilters. Maybe you are mask makers and now you want to get into the quilting, or you're just trying to refresh some of the basic fundamentals of quilting. So I'm going to do a free class on Zoom. I don't know if there's too much glare. I can take it out if there is. So next Thursday at 5 o'clock on Zoom, I'm going to do kind of a tips and tricks. And so what I'm going to cover is straightening your fabric, like from the very start. You get it home from the fabric store, how to straighten that. We're going to kind of cover quickly checking your 1/4 inch seam. We're going to go over nesting your seams and matching points, how to pop your seam. And if you don't know what popping the seam means, I brought an example, 2 examples. So this little guy here, I've popped my seam. So if you look at the front, I've essentially got a 4-patch. So, 1 block here, 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 and here. So where all 4 of those come together is right there. So I've popped my seam to make it lay nice and flat. So that's kind of what we're going to, we're going to go over that. So it doesn't just work in 4 patches, but it also works in pinwheels. So this is the front, and then this is the back where I've popped my seam, and you get a little pinwheel, little mini pinwheel on the back there. It's kind of cute. So that's how you know that you've done it correctly. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do that, and then also show you how to match some of those seams up, get the points to match up correctly. So it's just going to be kind of a quick thing. This is not, obviously a one-on-one. If you want to have a couple of 4 patches made up and just not pressed yet, we can do that, so you can kind of follow along, or something where you're trying to match some points and maybe having trouble. So this is going to be on Zoom. So since it's on Zoom, you have to sign up for the class so that I can get you the invite code. It is free, however. So if you just go to our website, which is www.oldtownquiltshoporchid.com, just go under classes, and it should be the first one that pops up because it's the only one we're holding. Or go onto the calendar and click on next week's date, Thursday the 6th. Just click on there and it'll give you a sign up. It'll say add to cart. Yes, it's free, but you still have to add to the cart. and then that will give us your email. If you don't want to do it online, that's fine. If you think it's too difficult, not a problem. Give us a call or email us here at the shop. Let us know that you want to be a part of that. In order to get the code, we have to send you an email. So I have to know that you want to take the class. We can do last minute signups. That's not a problem. If you don't know if you're going to be home at 5 o'clock on Thursday until about 4 o'clock on Thursday, that's fine too. But I have to have your email address. We do have a limit of 100 people, but I'm sure we're not going to get 100 people. So it'll be a quick class because I think we're limited to 40 minutes. If need be, I can quickly set up another session and email everybody the code and we can jump back on. But it's going to be kind of a quick thing. Just, like I said, basic fundamental things. So a good little refresher, or if you're looking to start quilting, I know we had some beginners who were disappointed that we couldn't have our beginning class back in March and April. So this might be something good for you to take, and this is your chance to ask questions and find out about quilting. All right? So do we have any questions about anything? All right.
So, and if it goes well, we'll do.
And if it goes well, and again, you guys are going to be our guinea pigs on this one. We have to kind of figure out the videography of it. We've got the microphone, so we're good on sound, but videoing, doing over the top and in front and that kind of thing, we'll figure that out. So if it goes well, then we'll do a quick curve class as well for those wanting to learn about how to sew, the quick curve. The mini quick curve or the regular quick curve ruler. Okay. All right. Well, if there's no questions, then we look forward to seeing you in the shop. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and wearing masks. And I know you guys are super excited to come in and pet the fabric, see all the new things and all the stuff that we've done. So, all righty. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day.